This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today I am building another home using the Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack, which is the brand new stuff pack coming to The Sims 4. And today I decided to build a trailer home that's very pastel. I thought this would be so cute, and plus I mentioned in yesterday's video that I wanted to build something a bit smaller that I would feel more comfortable using a stuff pack only with base game and not let it feel just like a base game home. And so this is what I came up with. It's not as small as I imagined. I really imagined building a tiny home just without, tiny living. So I would have to, switch over and count the squares myself. But either way, I decided not to do that. I just went with a trailer home because I was looking over on Pinterest for inspiration, as I always do, and I came across this trailer home. I will try to put an image of it here on screen. This one doesn't really look too much like it. I mean, it's a similar shape, but I wasn't trying to copy it necessarily. But the reason I was looking at that one is because it has the exact same mailbox that came in this pack, and I was like, I could build like a Palm Springs grandma's trailer, and I was like, oh, that is the cutest idea ever. So I just went with it, and this is what I came up with. I hope you guys will like it. It's very cutesy. It's very pink and kind of turquoisey, like minty colors, and I absolutely love it. It was so much fun, and I just love building homes like this because I think Sims that live in these types of homes would be so much fun to play with. Like, I've built a few trailers for my save file, and I built one that was more, I think more in this like kind of Palm Springs style. And yeah, it's one of my favorite builds, and it's one of my favorite households in my save. And so it kind of made me think of that build, and yeah, I just love that one so much. But anyways, yeah, Nifty Knitting, I believe, is coming out today for PC and console. If I am wrong, I'll put the exact date here on screen, but I believe it's today, the 28th of July. But yeah, it's a really adorable pack. It is very pastel theme. It was a community voted stuff pack, just like Laundry Day was, and I didn't vote for the theme, the pastel theme. I think I went for one of the other ones. I don't remember. The other two are very similar, and so I don't remember which one I went for exactly, but I wanted to go for more of like a natural, cozy, like cottage grandma look rather than like a pastel look, because I mean, I think you could make it work for grandmas, but I had a different vision in mind for a grandma themed pack. And so I don't know if this ends up being like a grandma themed pack, but in my eyes, I'm still trying to make it one. And yeah, so it's very pastel themed. There's a few swatches that are more on the neutral side, and that's what I used in yesterday's build. So if you guys didn't see that one and you're more into the neutral colors, then maybe you guys will like that one. That one I did use all of the packs, though I didn't restrict myself. This one is more on the cutesy pastel side, so if that's more your thing, you'll probably like this one a little bit more. But it is base game and Nifty Knitting only. So that was kind of difficult because there was like a few things I was thinking of that I wanted to use from other packs that obviously I wasn't allowing myself to use. So that was kind of difficult, but really it came together so easily. And it's not a huge home, so I still feel like it doesn't feel like just a base game only build. Like, I feel like I was able to add enough stuff because there's really not a whole lot of things that come with the stuff pack. And this one, a lot of the things that do come with it are unlockables through gameplay, or you could turn on the show hidden objects cheat and find them that way in the build catalog. And that's fine. I don't really mind that a lot of the items are unlockable, but that means that they're kind of repetitive because they're basically a lot of the same objects, just in different colors or different heights, like with the hanging plants from the ceiling. There's so many options of those, so I'm really happy about it. But it does make it feel a bit empty if you don't turn on the hidden objects cheat, or you don't open, unlock them through gameplay or whatever. So it may feel a bit empty if you were to, just open up the game and not look at those objects. And so I didn't want it to feel like just a base game build, but I think I made it work. And there in the back, I did put a lounge chair that is a base game one, of course, and I just really like the idea of a grandma sunbathing. And they can knit on it. They can't lay down and knit, which is kind of a shame, but they can sit there and knit, which is pretty cute. But here you can see I'm moving on to the interior. Right away, I put the pink sofas down because it matched the siding. And I was like, I just have to use this color. And you will have probably noticed that I did make the trailer a little bit bigger at one point. And that's because I knew I wasn't going to have space to add like a crafting area. So I figured this sim had turned half of their living room into a crafting area. And so that's what I ended up doing behind the couch. I put a desk over there, a side table, a bookcase, and just like random crafting supplies that came in this pack. I absolutely love the different tables that came in this pack. They are so detailed and so cluttered. And also that huge pegboard that came in this pack, I ended up placing it over there too, and it has like scissors and a glue gun and like extra ribbon and all kinds of stuff stuck to it, and it is so cool. Not this pegboard. This one's a bit emptier and a little bit more customizable. I actually really like that one, but I end up not using it. I go for the bigger one instead because it ends up fitting the space better. And then we also have these nice little shelves. These were also another item that we obviously voted on, but they originally came as 3 shelves stuck together, and I'm so happy that they separated them. Eliandra actually suggested over on Twitter that they separate them because she thought they would be more usable, and thankfully the team listened, because sometimes you get objects that aren't touching and they're stuck together and it's kind of frustrating. So I'm so happy that they're separated because they really are so much more usable in, I think, a lot of different types of spaces. But here you can see this is kind of more of the final look of the crafting area. I do end up getting rid of the chair and putting a bookcase there instead and kind of shuffling a few things around. But here I'm cluttering up the desk with a bunch of different decorations, some knitting stuff. We also have that nice little weaving loom, which I think is so cute. And yeah, there's that pegboard that I was talking about. It has like glitter and all kinds of stuff on it. But here I'm trying to find something to place in the corner because I didn't really like the chair. It was a bit too crowded. So I placed this cart here, and then the bookcase I put right next to the desk, and I just cluttered it up with a few different items. And then I think this is basically it for the crafting area. Of course, I do clutter up this side table. I just placed a couple of books, and then this llama planter with the knitted cactus coming out of it is probably my favorite object that came in the pack. It is so cute. I really like it a lot. And then I placed a couple of towels, thinking that they are more like extra fabric or something. I did that in yesterday's build too, and you'll notice I also placed a shelf in the hallway, and I do that a few more times. I think it's just like a nice way to fill in the space and make it feel like there's more crafting supplies than there actually is. There's also some towels that came with Spa Day. They're like rolled ones. You could probably make those feel like extra, I don't know, extra fabric too if you wanted to, if you had that pack. But of course, base game and Nifty knitting only in this build. But there I did quickly decorate the bathroom. It's very simple. It's not a very big bathroom, so I decided not to clutter it up with a bunch of things. And plus, I mean, I didn't really have like a whole lot of clutter to work with since I am limited in this build, but I think I made it work. And then over here is going to be the kitchen and dining area. I just put a little dining table over here by the window, and the kitchen space really isn't that big, so again, it's not too cluttery. I wanted to definitely make sure it was going to be usable. So the counter to the left of the stove is empty, which makes me sad because I like to clutter up my counters with tons of stuff. But I really didn't feel like there was a lot of kitchen clutter items that came in base game that really suited this style. Maybe there's a few things from other packs. I mean, of course there's like a few things like paper towels or something that would have looked fine, but you know, I left it empty so your Sims could actually use the kitchen. But here I'm placing that shelf that I was talking about, and then the extra towels, of course, to look like extra fabric. Of course, you could pretend they're like extra linens or whatever you want them to be, but I imagine this Sim is so into crafting that it's spilling into her hallway. She has extra fabric here. She has a whole shelf with extra ribbons and I don't know, all kinds of crafting supplies. And then back here is going to be the bedroom. The bedroom is also pretty small, so it's pretty simply decorated, but I do get a chair in here, a dresser, and a few knitting things, and this really adorable wall decoration that has those like needlepoint works. I forget exactly what those are called. It's like needlepoint, right? I feel like there's another name for it, but either way, I think it's really cute. And yeah, this is basically it for the build. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshot. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!